How do you stop your dog running away?
I'm moving, I'm getting her to chase me as much as I possibly can. As soon as she goes too far that way, I'm running back this way. So she is kind of with me, but if I stand here, if I just stand here, you're a mad one, aren't you? If I just stand here, she's only going to hang around me so long before she gets bored.
Hi, my name's Charlie Thorburn. Welcome to Mordor Gun Dogs. We're welcoming back Wizzy. I'm not sure welcoming back. Wizzy's coming back to do another video. Any of you haven't watched before, Wizzy's a fairly wild little Cocker Spaniel puppy who has a little bit of a willful mind of her own. She comes from a very biddable family of Cockers, and she's definitely the kind of the black sheep of the family. So the question is how do you keep your dog from running away? I mean, I've said it in previous videos that you shouldn't let your dog off. You shouldn't put your dog in environments where it's going to get up to mischief. I'm going to use this as a prime example. So we've got 4 Glasgow vet students who are helping out as part of their EMS. Now, they're out with Smudge and Black Pudding and Mash, various relations of this little dog here. They are walking past through a gate. If the gate between me and them hadn't been there, if I hadn't had Wizzy in my hands, she'd have been there, and she'd have been following them probably back up to the kennels. So we would have thought ahead, would have seen it happening, would have seen them coming and thought, I need to do this, I need to manage this, I need to fix this before it becomes a problem. So we get hold of Wizzy, we get her back, we would prevent the problem arising. And a lot of dog training is about seeing what's going to happen in advance and managing it before it actually is a problem. So rather than trying to fix it, rather than how do I get my dog to come back, we're very much of the view with Wizzy, we're trying not to let her go too far. So I wouldn't, at the stage Wizzy's at in her training, I wouldn't be taking her off to a park. I wouldn't be taking her off to a hill with a load of sheep and a load of deer and a load of grouse, because it'd just be a disaster. The only thing that might slow her down if there was lots of really thick, heavy heather and she got tired because she's only little and she's only got little legs. But she's pretty full on, and I'm not sure it would tire her down. So we're very much using sort of small controlled areas. We've got someone in the cabin at the moment, probably going to do a video with them. They've just arrived. And, you know, they've very much followed our advice about keeping the dog close, keeping the dog in environments where they can control it. They say, oh, you know, he's quite mad when he meets other dogs. So they've been keeping away from other dogs unless they're in a controlled environment. It's really about, it's not about how do we teach them to come back. It's how do we prevent them not coming back. So it's about what scenarios are going to arise where the dog's not going to come back, and how can we not put ourselves in that situation. And I use the driving analogy quite a lot with people. It's better not to crash your car than to know where the good body repair centre is, okay? It's not like, oh, I've crashed my car, how do I fix it? It's like, well, it would have been better if you hadn't crashed it all in the first place. And that is very much the view that, you know, normal people, I think, live by. Maybe not kind of like these people who drive like in banger races and stuff. They're trying to crash their cars, but most of us driving along the road, we are actively not trying to crash our car. We're actively not wanting to know where the body repair centre is. We're actively not wanting to call our insurance companies. We're with Wizzy here, we're looking to achieve the same thing. So Wizzy's pretty wild. Wizzy, good girl. Put her down, she's going to have a little bit of the zoomies. You can see what I mean by the zoomies is her tail's down. She's running just for the sake of running. She's not hunting, she's just running. Every time she looks at me though, I'm engaging with her, I'm working hard, okay? I'm trying to keep busy because Wizzy wants to keep busy, so I need to keep busy. I need to keep busy to keep her entertained. Now you see, she's pretty full on. She's just had, whatever that was, 30 seconds of running around. Now, I can guarantee if I keep letting her run and keep letting her run, probably the chances of something going wrong or her not listening to me are going to increase. So I pick her up, I will get her on the lead or whatever. I haven't actually done any lead work with her really yet, so we're not ready for that. But I pick her up, I get hold of her, I engage with her, just, you know, force her to sort of calm down for a second, pause, and then I pop her down again, and we rinse and repeat. We just do the same thing. She's down, she's like, woo, I'm free, woo, Wizzy.
She's jumping at the camera. She's going to come in and jump to me. Now she flies in with great enthusiasm, so I make a real positive of her flying in. Then I let her go again. I'm moving, I'm getting her to chase me as much as I possibly can. As soon as she goes too far that way, I'm running back this way. So she is kind of with me, but if I stand here, if I just stand here, you're a mad one, aren't you? If I just stand here, she's only going to hang around me so long before she gets bored. She's going for Joe, get him in the nuts. I can engage her with a ball. Okay, so I brought my tennis ball out, but you see that? She looked at me, she's like, oh, the tennis ball. And then she starts running again, she's off. She's running to see Joe. She's running back again. But I'm just constantly trying to just do something with her. And you can see people like, oh, but they're in a cocker. Must go for a walk. They need lots of exercise. I'd love you to just work out from this video how much exercise Wizzy's just done compared to your average 5-year-old Labrador who goes for a dog walk. She's probably already gone about a mile just by the sort of sheer craziness and energy. And it's like watching my children run around the kitchen. But I'm moving, okay? I'm moving all the time because I want her following me. I want her just keeping an eye on me. As soon as I stop and she feels she doesn't need to keep an eye on me, she will start seeing things floating. She'll start seeing leaves fluttering around. She'll start seeing bits of dandelion floating, or she'll find the grass. Wizzy, Wizzy. I'm making any sort of high-pitched noise I can to get her to come to me. I just squeaked using my hand there. I'm using a high-pitched voice. I'm trying to make myself really as interesting and sort of dynamic as possible, because she ain't coming if I go, Wizzy, would you come here, please? She's just not going to do that, okay? She's not going to do that at all, because that's boring. It's got to be something really interesting. Oh, that looks fun, and she's off. She's off to see me, but then as soon as she gets to me, if I'm not fun anymore, she's off to find somebody else. She's literally had a few 30-second spells of running around, and to give her a due, she could have gone down the paddock that way. She hasn't. She has stayed with me, but she's only stayed with me because I've really stayed with her. I've been watching her. I've been engaging with her. I've been busy with her as much as I possibly can while trying to talk to the camera. It's pretty intense. I feel slightly out of breath just from sort of the sheer energy that Wizzy gives off. And she's up there, in terms of kind of crazy ADHD cockers. Like, this is it, guys. Ta-ding! When you go, oh, cockers are so cute. Yeah, and then you get this one. It's quite intense, but that's what it is. Short spurt of like seriously intense, and then call it a day. Because if I go on doing this, she's going to start finding me boring. So I've got to stop, got to pop her back in her crate, and I've got to try again this afternoon. And that's it, just little short bursts in a little controlled environment. She's just not ready to be out in the big wide world. I just can't risk it because she's going to end up under a car or something like that, just getting up to mischief. Not out of badness, just out of like sheer energy and fun for life, lust for life. Remember, you get out what you put in. This one puts in a lot. I don't know what the hell we're going to get out of her though. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting little story following you, Wizzy, because I feel like in a year and a half, 2 years' time, you're going to be this little model gun dog, lovely little dog like your mum, but there's a lot to do between now and then. Next video, we're going to get Wizzy on a lead. We're going to start doing some lead work. I imagine she's going to be like a crazy crocodile.